First things first, it's a quick heads up. Runa is a brand new turn-based modern/classic JRPG we actually heard none of up until a week ago. It's been sitting on a Kickstarter campaign ever since and already gathered about 5 times its initial goal and into just a few more stretch. Runa's developers have promised a rich and compelling story, alongside puzzles and base building as well as mini games like farming, fishing, and cooking. Check it out, it's a PC exclusive. Oh, coming in at number 2, we have Trench Tales. Now, we've got reason to believe it's a developer's first work, but the publishing rights actually goes to the team who made the Universe Sim and Above Snake, the game. Well, anyway, to say the least, what they have for us this time is another story-driven but third-person action-adventure horror game, which is set in an alternative world between World War I and II. It's a very good-looking game. All we know right now is that it's got a Kickstarter campaign set to take place on May 7 this year.
And we're just getting started.
Coming from a team of veterans previously at Riot Games, number 3 we have RKGK Rukugaki. Yeah, we all know it's got hints of the game Hi-Fi Rush, just more maneuvers and key elements and a lot of platforming challenges. However, it's a single-player 3D platformer. It's a dual protagonist game about these two heroes trying to restore color and life to the world and people. This game is said to be coming to PCs on May 22nd.
Once we're done here, we're shutting the whole thing down.
Number 4, we've got a psychological horror walking sim game, basically heavily inspired by the Lovecraftian work and minor resemblance to the game Scorn. The name of the game is Necrosis. Necrosis is a first-person horror adventure set in a surreal universe about billions of years after the universe has met its demise. Or maybe just the Earth. Now the environment itself has become a nightmare-ish masterpiece. Anyway, this game is coming to PCs only late 2024. Y'all remember Paradise Killer about 4 years ago? Open world investigation game, awarded about 1 million times. The same team is making another banger with the same qualities and elements, touted as a open world mascot management crime drama going by the name Promise Mascot Agency. Quite a bit reminiscent of Deadly Premonition games, but quite unique and very creative compared to DP. This game is coming to all consoles, Switch included, early next year.
And kind of a little insight into the kind of kickoff of our story, our main character's abilities, the way you're going to be walking through and engaging with the world.
Been in development for almost 3 years already. At number 6, we've got Island of Winds. Coming as its developer's first work over here, it's an adventure game set in a fantasy setting inspired by 17th century Iceland, by its nature, folklore, and also then history. You play as a shaman-like kind of warrior who's just pursuing the abduction of her mentor, and I don't know, just fighting evil. What developers particularly described it as a journey of self-discovery. You know the drill. This game is coming to PCs, PlayStation consoles, and Xbox Series X later this year.
So, we have now received a bit of a warning, as well as an introduction to the story of Island of Winds from Margret, the ghost of the first balance keeper, which is what our main character Brynhildur is. They're kind of a cross between a witch and sorcerers that protect the balance of the natural world. So here you see as we entered...
I have a bad feeling about this. I told you this was a bad idea. Go, go, go! Go!
Number 7, we have Project WD, or White Desert. A couple months old, it's a first-person shooter with elements of stealth and puzzle solving. Not the best combo, I'd have to be frank, but well, White Desert seems to be an appealing game by the looks of it, and if it is the work of a solo developer, it'll be hella surprising, but we've seen much better. Either way, you could either go and wait on this one for God knows how long, or just go and play Call of Duty or any Battlefield game out there right now. Are you kidding me? Moving on. Announced a couple of weeks ago, as a Microsoft exclusive, at number 8 we have Creatures of Ava. It's a pretty unique creature saver game set in an open world where your just mission is to understand and tame creatures and form a kind of trust so they can eventually lead you to their habitat and you can save the rest of them. Well, developers promise a dense, populated world of rich, different kinds of ecosystems filled with creatures that play a vital role in the planet's natural balance. This game is coming to PCs and Xbox Series X only by the end of the year.
Chesley. I think it's time.
My heart's in the highland.
For those of you who can't really wait that long, there is a playable demo for Farewell North available on Steam and also the Nintendo eShop. If you are new to it, Farewell North is a narrative adventure open world game here set in Scotland, and you play as this cute, friendly puppy dog who's doing his best to bring meaning to his owner's life. It's a story about loss and mental health, as developers put it. The game is coming to PCs and Xbox Series X as well, and this is how it looks.
Soon, I will be ready. And in countless forms.
Scheduled to come out September 13 this year, number 10 we have Funko Fusion. And yes, just one look and you'll have a good reason to think of a LEGO game around every corner. It's a LEGO Games and Lucasfilms inspired kind of brave new attempt of an indie developer. Funko Fusion is of course an action-adventure game inspired by Jurassic World, Back to the Future, Jaws, The Thing, Chucky, and even the FNAF franchise. You know, most of the 90s and 00's gems. This game will offer over 60 different characters to play with, each with their own distinct features and items.
About Hangry? Sure. Well, he's a hunter, a loner.
Coming up behind that, we have a game called Hangry. I've actually mentioned the game before. It's an action RPG hack and slasher, nicknamed by its developers as a snack and slash. Hangry, you see, it puts you in the role of a big blue monster. As you can see, like Beast from the X-Men show, who happens to be a mercenary with an appetite for hunting monsters that are scarier than themselves all across the universe. Here's the trailer. Hangry is coming to PCs, Xbox Series X, and the PlayStation 5, possibly early next year.
Sharp eye on the goons hanging around. They got ways of dealing with troublemakers. So, watch what you eat, if you know what I mean.
First of all, find a way to watch the Chernobyl miniseries, because if you haven't, it's your fault. If you have, however, you know you want to watch it again. So, Chernobyl Liquidators over here, on the other hand, so to speak, is an almost identical package that just lets you experience the entire disaster from beginning to end as one of the firefighters who were sent to extinguish fires on the ruins. Liquidators over here is coming to PCs exclusively on June 6th. It's a first-person single-player game with multiple endings. Little Kitty Big City is coming to PCs, Xbox consoles, and also the hybrid console on May 9. Developers announced this with a new trailer featuring more of gameplay. Now, for those of you new over here, Little Casey, whatever this is a mission-based adventure game in which you live the life of a street cat in a big city, and your job is to save yourself, survive, and also then help other animals along the way. You know the game Stray? It's just set in our time, right now it's more straight. The game is coming to PCs, Switch, and Xbox consoles on May 9. apparently made by a solo developer here. Number 14, we have a first-person single-player ghost investigation sandbox game where you have the fancy to use specific tools to investigate ghosts. Right? The game of talking is called Among the Whispers, Provocation. It's a first time mentioner. Not only what we just mentioned, hopefully you're supposed to learn the ghost stories and then release them to the afterlife. So basically like a volunteered medium. Anyway, here's a trailer. This game is actually made with the use of Unreal Engine 5. It's said to be coming to PCs possibly by the end of the year.
Please hurry up.
And last but not least, we've got Woodside, which is a third-person survival horror adventure game set in this small British little village. And she plays this like child character named Grace. I don't think she's a child, but well, Grace seems to be Grace with extrasensory abilities. I'm not really sure where the story begins over here since it's a demo, but the whole thing's a journey of solving puzzles and surviving disasters like all around the house. This game is coming to PCs only soon.